Have you ever felt like life is an endless déjà vu, as if every day is just a copy of the last no matter how hard you try to change things? The truth is, the issue isn't a lack of effort. It runs much deeper. It's about your real frequency. Manifesting isn't about working harder, it's about vibrating differently. That's the hidden key no one talks about, and the reason all that effort can still leave you stuck in the same place. Get ready for a major shift in perspective. What you've learned about visualizations, goal lists, or mantras might actually be holding your transformation back. In this video, we'll go straight to the root cause, the hidden programming that drives 95% of your thoughts and choices, and how to break free from that autopilot mode before it freezes your life for good. Picture waking up tomorrow already feeling the lightness of a fresh start, without depending on luck or endless rituals. Here you'll discover the step most people miss: changing the frequency of both body and mind so reality naturally reshapes itself. Before we dive in, make a commitment to your own breakthrough. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment. This way, each new insight reaches you at the perfect moment, strengthening your daily practice, keeping your focus clear, and building a supportive, energetic network that amplifies your results. Many people think manifesting works like going to the gym. The more repetitions, the bigger the gains. But in spirituality, the law of attraction follows a different logic. It's not long marathons of visualization that move manifestation. It's the steady frequency you hold even when no one is watching. What your body radiates while you're driving, replying to messages, or washing dishes matters far more than long sessions of affirmations. Now think of someone who faithfully repeats mantras, yet spends the whole day stuck in worries about scarcity. There's a gap between what they say and what they feel. The universe doesn't read words, it reads real vibration. That's why so many manifestation attempts fail, because the underlying frequency, the one that shows up when the mind wanders, still tells a story of fear and limitation. It's like tuning a radio station. You can turn the dial all day long, but if you never land on the right frequency, you won't hear the music. Effort is the endless turning. Frequency is when the signal locks in and you can finally relax. The law of attraction works exactly the same way. It responds to the precise point of alignment, not to the number of tries. This perspective changes the way you live spirituality. Instead of collecting rituals or creating a suffocating routine, the idea is to cultivate small moments of presence. Walk in the morning while noticing your breath, pause to enjoy the smell of fresh coffee, silently give thanks for something simple. It's not about how many activities you do, but about the quality of energy each action carries. Excess effort usually comes from fear. What if I don't act now and miss my chance? But the law of attraction doesn't work like a train that leaves without warning. It's more like gravity, steady and reliable. When manifestation is guided by coherence and trust, urgency loses its grip. The universe moves in its own rhythm, not at the pace of anxiety. Here's a real example. Two people want to change jobs. One sends out resumes in a panic, checking emails every 5 minutes. The other tidies up their space, studies something they love, and allows quiet moments. Which one do you think is more in tune with a new opportunity? The second person. Calm, focused energy acts like an elegant invitation for the best connections. Another key point is how the body reveals your true frequency. Tight shoulders, shallow breathing, and racing thoughts signal that manifestation is based on effort, not flow. Try a few minutes of conscious stretching or the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Simple practices like these fine-tune your vibration far more than hours of mechanical repetition. This difference also shows up with money. Someone might spend heavily on courses, but if every payment is filled with fear of running out, the frequency stays locked in scarcity. A more powerful move is to spend a few minutes each day thanking the money that circulates, even if it's a small amount. That simple habit changes your inner atmosphere and opens doors to new opportunities. When you grasp this, spirituality stops being a burden and becomes a way of life. Instead of waking up with a list of things to manifest, you wake up asking, what vibration do I want to hold today? That question changes the entire quality of your day. It marks the shift from living to check off tasks to living to truly feel. Science points in the same direction. Research on the flow state shows the brain performs best when relaxed and focused, not forced. This state is ideal for manifestation because the mind stops sending mixed signals. Meditating for 5 minutes with deep breathing, or simply listening to instrumental music, can help you slip into that flow. Holding the right frequency doesn't mean living without challenges. It means choosing responses that stay aligned. When something unexpected happens, instead of reacting with, when panic tries to take over, you simply pause and breathe. That small break keeps your vibration steady. The law of attraction reads that self-control is a sign of trust and begins to rearrange circumstances in your favor. Some people keep gratitude journals. Others prefer uplifting books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. What really matters is that each habit nourishes manifestation from the inside out. Spirituality doesn't demand identical practices for everyone. It calls for inner coherence. That's what keeps your frequency alive as the day unfolds. Notice how the company you keep also shapes your vibration. Conversations filled with complaints drag your frequency down, even if you're practicing affirmations. Swapping a bit of social media time for an inspiring chat or a personal growth podcast can shift the whole atmosphere around you. Pay attention, too, to what you watch and listen to. Violent shows or harsh music can subtly lower your frequency. This doesn't mean cutting everything out, but finding balance. Watching an inspiring documentary or listening to nature sounds before bed, for example, sends harmonious signals to your subconscious, strengthening your manifestation. People who try these shifts often notice life responding more smoothly. Fresh ideas show up, unexpected meetings solve problems. It's as if reality itself starts to move to a friendlier rhythm. That's the law of attraction working quietly behind the scenes, proving that frequency is the real key. Even simple routines like shopping or tidying the house can stay aligned. One helpful habit is to mindfully choose objects that spark well-being: a new plant, a scented candle. These small details affirm that you already live in abundance, reinforcing manifestation without extra effort. Over time, you realize you don't have to do so much. You simply need to be. This is the heart of practical spirituality. Less rush, more presence. When body and mind align, the quantum field responds. The universe works best when you step out of the way, not when you force the door. And what about big goals? Buying a home? Moving to a new city? The answer is to cultivate the daily vibration of someone already living that reality. Listen to music that evokes your dream house. Imagine the aroma of coffee in that kitchen. Feel the peace of the new life in your body. These gestures tell the universe you're ready. Understanding this frees you from the guilt of not doing enough. True discipline lies in maintaining your frequency, not in piling on tasks. A life with more mindful pauses, spontaneous gratitude, and small joys holds far more manifesting power than days overloaded with anxious activity. Once you embrace this rhythm, something striking happens. Coincidences multiply. Invitations arrive out of the blue. Solutions appear without strain. The law of attraction shows that quiet frequency creates more movement than noisy hustle. The universe loves to surprise those who trust. This is the point where effort yields to flow and manifestation becomes natural. And here a deeper force begins to reveal itself, one that explains why life keeps repeating certain patterns, even when you've learned the importance of frequency. Anyone who has felt like they're living the same day again understands vibrational repetition. Spirituality teaches that the subconscious mind recreates what feels familiar, not necessarily what's best. That's why, even after a big decision, life can seem to circle back to the same place. In these moments, the law of attraction isn't failing. It's mirroring the strongest, most ingrained frequency. It's like driving a familiar road. Even when you intend to take a new route, autopilot steers you to the old one. That autopilot is the subconscious, trained to seek safety in the known. That's why conscious manifestation meets resistance. The mind tries to shield you from risk, even when that risk is exactly the new experience you want. Take finances as an example. Someone decides to improve their money situation, takes courses, makes plans, even earns more. Yet unexpected expenses appear, and the account sinks back to zero. This isn't bad luck. It's the vibrational repetition of scarcity, a security pattern the subconscious sees as normal. Until that frequency changes, manifestation can't hold. The same cycles appear in relationships. How often have you heard of someone leaving a toxic relationship only to meet a very similar partner soon after? It's not cruel fate. It's the law of attraction responding to the dominant vibration. The pull of the familiar is stronger than the desire for the new when the core pattern remains unchanged. The subconscious doesn't judge what's good or bad. It recognizes what's familiar. It's like catching a whiff of an old perfume that, even tied to painful memories, still brings a strange sense of comfort. That comfort is a clue that the frequency is fixed. Spirituality teaches that to break this cycle, you need to introduce your subconscious to a new emotional normal. A practical tool is pattern journaling. For 1 week, write down the moments when you repeat old reactions: automatic criticism, fear of investing, emotional insecurity. Observing yourself without judgment weakens the autopilot. Manifestation gains room to grow when the subconscious senses that the new frequency is safe. Another powerful practice is detailed emotional visualization. It's not enough to picture a scene. You need to feel in your body the peace of a healthy relationship or the confidence of a prosperous life. When the subconscious repeatedly experiences those emotions, the law of attraction takes that as the new vibrational base. Little by little, repetition shifts to a new direction. Notice that it's not the number of visualizations that matters, but their quality. 5 minutes a day, fully present, count more than hours of distracted imagining. The goal is to create new emotional memories, not just mental images. This way, manifestation stops being a conscious effort and becomes a natural response. Keep in mind that old patterns will try to hold on. It's normal to feel a pull toward old habits, impulsive spending, picking arguments. This is actually proof that the law of attraction is rearranging your vibrational field. The secret is not to fight the impulse, but to observe it. Simple awareness already weakens the force of repetition. Consider the inspiring example of people who overcome addictions. Those who quit smoking, for instance, often say the first step was noticing the exact moment the craving hit, without reacting automatically. That pause, small as it seems, is a vibrational shift. The manifestation of a healthier life begins there, even before big decisions. Your environment also feeds or breaks patterns. If your home holds objects tied to hard times, it's as if the old frequency stays switched on. Letting go of clothes, furniture, or keepsakes that no longer reflect the present is a physical act of manifestation. It tells the subconscious, that cycle is over. We can write a new one. Everyday language plays a crucial role too. Words you repeat, like hard and expensive or people can't be trusted, reinforce the vibration that sustains those situations. Replacing them with phrases like I can learn, solutions exist, or there are good people creates new pathways in the brain. Spirituality calls this vibrational reprogramming. As the new frequency takes hold, coincidences often appear to test your choice. An old contact resurfaces or a chance to replay the old pattern pops up. It's not a trap. It's just your subconscious checking whether the change is real. The answer is to choose differently, even when the temptation feels strong. Books and content that broaden your view can speed up this process. Works like The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, or Neuroscience Talks on Spirituality, give your rational mind solid reasons to support the shift. When reason understands, the body cooperates, and manifestation gains consistency. Remember, the subconscious can be trained. It learns through emotion and repetition. That's why simple rituals, writing 3 things you're grateful for before bed or starting the day with a powerful affirmation, work so well. They aren't magic tricks. They're training sessions for your new frequency. As the new vibration repeats, something changes in how you experience the world. Situations that once felt normal start to bother you. People who no longer match your frequency naturally drift away. This is a sign that manifestation is anchoring a new reality. It can feel uncomfortable to watch old friendships fade, but that movement is natural. Your energy field needs space for the new. Think of pruning a plant so it can grow stronger. What leaves makes room for relationships, opportunities, and experiences that match the frequency you've chosen. Still, it's important to keep your heart open. Vibrational repetition doesn't disappear overnight. Sometimes an old pattern slips back in disguise. The invitation is to patiently reinforce your new choice. Each time you walk the new path, the law of attraction understands that it's final. When these practices become second nature, life begins to flow upward in a steady spiral. Problems that used to repeat lose their grip. Answers arrive in unexpected ways. Manifestation stops being a distant goal and becomes an automatic reflection of the new frequency you've nurtured. And that's exactly when a deeper question arises. If the subconscious keeps recreating life, where does true manifestation really happen? The next step reveals how the nervous system silently joins this process, shaping every thought and emotion that build your reality. Many people assume manifestation is purely mental, as if positive thinking alone makes things happen. But spirituality and neuroscience show another layer. The nervous system is the actual stage where the law of attraction takes form. It stores trauma, triggers memories, and decides whether the body vibrates in trust or in alert. And it's this state that the universe picks up as your real frequency. When the nervous system lives in fight or flight mode, any manifestation practice loses power. It's like trying to plant flowers in dry soil. You can water the surface with affirmations, but if the root stays tense, nothing will bloom. That's why releasing fear, anger, and anxiety is far more powerful than repeating pretty words. The body doesn't lie. It shows whether your vibration is tuned to abundance or to scarcity. Take breathing as a simple example. When people are on high alert, their breath is shallow, sending the brain a message that danger is near. This signal influences hormones, thoughts, and even financial or relationship choices. Practices like the 4-7-8 breathing technique, which soothes the vagus nerve, shift your inner chemistry and, in turn, your frequency. In just a few minutes, manifestation takes on a whole new tone. Unresolved emotions also leave a deep imprint. Past experiences, even forgotten ones, can keep the body on watch. That's why a tough conversation or a childhood memory can trigger physical reactions like a racing heart. The law of attraction reads those reactions as active signals, recreating situations that reinforce a sense of danger. Releasing these memories opens space for a new reality. Somatic therapy, EMDR, and mindfulness practices are excellent allies. They not only calm the mind, but also reprogram the neurological base that supports manifestation. Reading The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk helps explain how emotional memories stay stored in the body and offers practical paths for healing. It's also important to listen to what your body wants to communicate. Often, insomnia, fatigue, or tight shoulders aren't just physical symptoms. They're messages that your frequency is out of alignment. Instead of fighting these signs, it's more effective to welcome them. A warm bath, a quiet walk, or gentle stretching can be more powerful acts of manifestation than hours of worry. This understanding changes everything in relationships. A calm nervous system attracts balanced interactions. When your body vibrates with trust, communication flows clearly and you naturally set healthy boundaries. The manifestation of happy partnerships grows from that inner peace, not from trying to control someone else. At work, the difference is striking. Someone with an anxious nervous system makes impulsive choices, accepts mismatched offers, or delays key changes. Someone whose body stays in coherence acts with focus and intuition. The universe answers that clarity by bringing opportunities that match the vibration of security. To train this state, try brief body awareness breaks throughout the day. Close your eyes, feel the weight of your feet on the floor, and take a slow, deep breath for 1 minute. These simple, repeated moments act like micro-manifestations that add up to a big effect. Music is another effective tool. Binaural beats or frequencies like 528 Hz help regulate the nervous system. Listening daily teaches the brain to link relaxation with your desired reality. It's a sound invitation for the law of attraction to recognize your new vibration and start shaping fresh experiences. Food matters too. Ultra-processed meals can raise inflammation and irritability. Simple, nourishing dishes help the body feel stable, which directly supports manifestation. A cup of chamomile tea before bed, for example, is more than a soothing ritual. It's a chemical reinforcement of calm. Gentle physical practices like yoga, tai chi, or walking outdoors combine movement with presence. They don't just build strength, they train the nervous system to leave the alert state. This new body memory sends a clear message to the universe. I'm safe to receive more. And the law of attraction thrives on clarity. Reducing constant stimulation is equally important. Endless notifications, negative news cycles, and online arguments feed anxiety. Creating digital quiet times is a modern form of spirituality. It's like clearing a channel so manifestation can flow freely. At the same time, nurture positive emotions authentically. Gratitude isn't just a nice word, it's a neurochemical state. Studies show it releases dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters of well-being. Keeping a sincere gratitude journal strengthens the frequency you want to live in. As the nervous system learns it's safe to relax, creativity blooms. Ideas for new projects, solutions to old problems, and growth opportunities surface almost effortlessly. Manifestation becomes an organic reflection of a balanced body, far more productive than hours of tension. Interestingly, as your nervous system regulates, coincidences multiply. Invitations arrive unexpectedly, messages come at just the right time, and meaningful encounters become frequent. This isn't magic, it's the law of attraction responding to a new pattern of trust. The universe senses you're ready to receive. Your body also offers signals that the change is underway. Deeper sleep, easier breathing, and greater vitality are signs that the new, a settled frequency shows itself through clear signs. Deeper sleep, easier breathing, and more natural energy. Noticing and appreciating these changes strengthens the process even more. It's like giving positive feedback to your own subconscious. Even so, old triggers may resurface. The key isn't to erase them, but to move through them. Every time you breathe instead of react, you reprogram your nervous system. This quiet practice is one of the deepest forms of manifestation because it works at the very point where reality is shaped. Gradually, you realize there's no need to fight for protection. The body stops living on alert, and the outside world reflects that safety. Healthier relationships, aligned opportunities, and steadier finances begin to appear almost effortlessly. Spirituality calls this energetic coherence, the inner and outer moving to the same rhythm. When that foundation is strong, a natural question arises. If body and mind are already working together, why do certain old reflexes still show up like mirrors of the past? The answer lies in the next step, where the quantum field returns, with pinpoint accuracy, the central energy signal. Everything in the universe works like an energetic mirror. Spirituality and the law of attraction describe this principle as nearly mathematical precision. The quantum field doesn't judge, punish, or reward. It simply reflects the frequency you send out. This means every situation that appears in your life is a faithful echo of your inner state. It isn't punishment, it's a return of what you consistently vibrate. Many people see challenging events as bad luck or punitive karma. But in this vibrational mirror, reality doesn't come to hurt you. It comes to show where your frequency needs adjustment. A difficult relationship, for example, might reveal hidden beliefs of low self-worth or fear of abandonment. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, manifestation invites you to treat it as a call to look within. Here's a practical example. Imagine someone who dreams of a creative career, but keeps ending up in routine jobs. The repetition isn't coincidence, it shows there's a deep belief that following a passion isn't safe. The vibrational mirror simply reflects that doubt. When the person shifts frequency, trusting their talent and taking small, consistent steps, new opportunities begin to show up almost on their own. The mirror also works during expansion. When you vibrate with gratitude, even without big external reasons, life responds with unexpected gifts. It's as if the universe says, "Got the message. Here's more of what matches you." This reciprocity proves that manifestation is less about forcing and more about consciously reflecting. To use this mirror well, the first key is observation without judgment. Instead of blaming yourself for a challenge, ask, "What is this situation reflecting in me?" That simple question shifts focus from the problem to the frequency beneath it. Reading books like A Course in Miracles, which emphasizes loving perception of reality, helps develop this perspective. Another important point: the mirror doesn't respond to words, but to the emotional tone beneath them. You might say, "I'm fine," but if you carry fear inside, the dominant vibration is what manifests. The law of attraction tunes into the deeper frequency, the one that hums when you're not trying to manage it. This understanding allows you to act with more ease. Instead of chasing miracle techniques, the focus turns to inner coherence. Meditating, walking in silence, journaling feelings, even laughing at yourself. Each of these clears the signal the mirror reflects. Manifestation becomes a natural process of alignment. It's common for old patterns to reappear during this process, not to punish, but to confirm that the new frequency is stable. Situations you thought were resolved may come back in gentler form, simply to let you choose differently. This is proof the mirror is active and change is taking root. A valuable exercise is conscious mirroring in relationships. When someone stirs irritation or admiration, notice what that reveals about you. It might point to a trait you want to develop or heal. This self-inquiry turns everyday encounters into manifestation practice, as every interaction becomes vibrational feedback. Your home also acts as a mirror. A cluttered space reflects and reinforces inner confusion. Cleaning a room or giving away items that no longer hold meaning isn't just tidying up, it's an energetic reset. Spirituality sees this as a quiet conversation with the quantum field, which responds by rearranging outer opportunities. The body, too, mirrors emotional quality. Ongoing tension in the neck or stomach aches can signal unresolved feelings. Treating these areas with care, through stretching, massage, or mindful breathing, tells the universe, "I'm ready to release what no longer serves me." Another powerful practice is to write down the day's key events and ask, "What was my vibration showing me?" This reveals hidden patterns and opens space for new choices. In just a few weeks, manifestation becomes clearer because awareness breaks the cycle of automatic repetition. The vibrational mirror also shows that nothing we experience is truly personal. Every encounter, pleasant or not, is a scene for learning and adjustment. This brings freedom. Instead of feeling like a victim, you see yourself as an active participant in a process of growth. The universe doesn't make delivery mistakes, it simply returns what you hold on to the longest. It's important, however, not to confuse responsibility with guilt. Recognizing that reality reflects your frequency doesn't mean you deserved pain. It simply means there's an invitation to fine-tune your vibration. This understanding is liberating. It removes the weight of punishment and places the power back in your hands. Small daily practices strengthen this new view. Starting the day with uplifting music, noting 3 things you're grateful for before bed, and speaking more kindly to yourself, all send coherent signals. Over time, the mirror brings situations that confirm the new frequency. Close relationships are the clearest mirrors. Family, partners, and friends vividly reveal your beliefs about love and belonging. Instead of waiting for them to change, the call is to shift your own vibration. When that happens, even difficult interactions take on a new tone, and harmony manifests naturally. The beauty of this process is that it requires no rush. Every reflection from reality is a chance to know yourself better. What matters is to respond with awareness, even when old challenges arise. Each new choice is like polishing the mirror, making the image sharper. Over time, you realize there's no need to force anything. Life itself shows what is ready to be transformed. This trust creates lightness and attracts synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that feel orchestrated by the universe. It's the law of attraction working with precision. As this understanding deepens, a natural question emerges. If everything reflects our vibration, how can we spark a real, lasting change in frequency? The next step reveals that true transformation doesn't happen by force, but through a quantum shift that reconfigures the entire energy field. Real change isn't about piling on techniques. It's about shifting the frequency behind every thought, emotion, and decision. In spirituality and the law of attraction, this quantum change is the leap in vibration that transforms reality without forced effort. It's not a sudden spectacle, but an inner movement that reorganizes everything around you. When energy changes, life changes, even if outer circumstances look the same for a while. Many people try to build a new reality on an old frequency, and that's where manifestation gets stuck. It's like changing the wallpaper in a house with a cracked foundation. The result won't last. A quantum shift calls for repairing the base, dissolving patterns of fear, resentment, or hurry. Here, the physics of the unseen meets the neuroscience of the body, and both show that coherence is more powerful than sheer effort. Consider someone ready to leave an unfulfilling job. Instead of scrambling for offers, they first calm the nervous system, recognize their worth, and align with the vibration of deserving. Soon after, unexpected invitations begin to appear. This is a quantum change in action. Reality answers a new frequency without struggle. This process is similar to what physics calls the quantum leap of electrons, which jump to a new orbit when they absorb enough energy. In life, that energy is consciousness. When you fill mind and body with fresh patterns of presence, gratitude, and vision, an invisible transition happens to another level of experience. Manifestation becomes a natural outcome, not a forced goal. Simple practices can trigger this shift. Breathe mindfully as soon as you wake up. Write intentions in the present tense. I live in financial peace. Walk while noticing every sound and color. These acts may seem small, but they feed the desired frequency, like inserting new codes into the quantum field so it begins to rearrange people and events. It's important to remember that a quantum change isn't linear. Often life seems to loop or even get messier before it gets better. Old patterns might reappear strongly just to be released for good. Rather than panic, see this as progress. The law of attraction isn't punishing you. It's testing the consistency of your new vibration. Humor plays a key role too. Laughing at yourself, enjoying a light comedy, or playing with friends relaxes the body and opens space for new synchronicities. Laughter is one of the quickest ways to break tension and let manifestation flow. A mind that can smile at its own efforts won't stay trapped in a demanding frequency. Another powerful exercise is active visualization with all the senses. Instead of merely picturing your goal, feel the textures, smells, and temperatures of the desired reality. If you want a new home, imagine the cool floor under your feet in the morning or the aroma of coffee on the balcony. Your nervous system records this experience, and the law of attraction responds as if it's already real. A quantum change also calls for trust in divine timing. Some transformations seem to happen overnight but are actually the result of long periods of unseen preparation. What appears sudden has, in truth, been unfolding quietly all along. Maturing on the inside is part of the process. Accepting this pace is a sign of spiritual maturity and strengthens manifestation. Your physical environment has a strong influence too. Spaces crowded with objects, dim colors, or poor lighting can reinforce old patterns. Rearranging furniture, painting a wall in a vibrant color, or creating a small meditation corner are practical ways to anchor a new frequency. The outer space supports the inner shift, and the universe gets the message. Books and content that broaden your outlook are valuable allies. Works like The Quantum Leap of Consciousness by Amit Goswami help integrate science and spirituality. Reading for just a few minutes each day keeps your mind in touch with expansive ideas, strengthening the ground for manifestation. Relationships also adjust as you evolve. Some friendships naturally fade, while others arrive with striking synchronicity. It's as if life is reorganizing the cast for a new chapter. Instead of resisting, give thanks for every cycle that closes. Each departure clears room for more aligned connections. A quantum shift doesn't call for heroics, it calls for presence. 5 minutes of deep silence, simply feeling your breath, can be more transformative than hours of mental effort. This pause tells the universe you're ready to receive the new without anxiety. Manifestation flows more easily when it meets a relaxed body. Another essential point is how you handle emotions that surface. Sadness, anger, or fear aren't enemies, they're messengers. Welcoming them, writing about them, or seeking therapeutic support allows old energy to dissolve. The law of attraction recognizes the courage to feel and makes space for fresh frequencies. Small rituals can help as well. Lighting a candle with intention, taking an herbal bath, or listening to crystal sounds are symbolic gestures that tell the subconscious a cycle has ended. What matters is that the act feels meaningful to you, creating an energetic marker of the quantum shift. Over time, you'll notice you no longer need to ask as much. Life begins to anticipate your desires, bringing opportunities and encounters at just the right moment. It's as if reality already knows the next step. This is the signature of a manifestation born from a true change in frequency. Even when unexpected obstacles appear, your reaction changes. Instead of panic, there's curiosity. What is this event showing me? This mindset keeps your energy clear and lets the transformation continue. Quantum physics calls this a conscious collapse. You observe without drama, and in doing so, choose a new line of reality. Physical health follows this transformation. Your body gains vitality, sleep improves, and intuition sharpens. It feels as if every cell is reorganizing to support the new vibration. Acknowledging these signals strengthens the process, because the universe senses that you recognize and honor the change. What's most fascinating is that as your frequency stabilizes, results arrive faster. Projects move forward with less effort, key conversations happen at the perfect time, and opportunities appear almost like scenes in a film. Manifestation is showing that the inner work has already done its job. As you move through this energetic leap, an inevitable question arises. If a quantum change is possible, how can you hold this new level when the subconscious still seeks safety in the familiar? The next stage reveals how to break once and for all the cycle that tries to pull you back. Every human being carries a natural drive for safety. The subconscious prefers what's familiar, even if it means repeating painful patterns. In spirituality, this is one of manifestation's biggest challenges, breaking the circle of habits and emotions that feel protective but actually limit you. It's like living in a well-known house with doors locked to the garden you long to explore. This mechanism makes sense. The brain is wired to save energy and avoid risks. When it senses any change, a new job, a different relationship, an unexpected opportunity, it triggers invisible alarms. Suddenly, the doubt appears. What if I can't handle it? That's when the law of attraction gets mixed signals. Fear becomes the dominant vibration, and manifestation stalls. Breaking the cycle, then, isn't a single act, but an ongoing practice of coherence. It means aligning thought, emotion, body, and energy toward a new reality. It means noticing the voice of fear and stepping forward anyway. Every small act of courage tells the universe you're ready for more, and life responds. Take finances as an example. Imagine someone who always ends the month with a negative balance. When a chance to invest or switch careers comes along, the fear of losing stability shouts the loudest. Breaking the cycle might be as simple as opening a savings account with a symbolic amount or exploring a new field of work. That gesture communicates a different choice, and manifestation begins to reorganize. Another powerful path is body awareness. When you feel anxious or undecided, pause for a few minutes, breathe deeply, and notice where your body is tense. This pause is more than relaxation. It's a signal to the nervous system that the new is safe. Without this coherence between mind and body, change remains fragile. Your physical environment plays a big role as well. Keeping objects that recall times of scarcity or draining relationships keeps old energy alive. Donating unused clothes, rearranging furniture, and creating a clean meditation space are concrete acts of manifestation. Each item you let go of creates vibrational room for the new. Relationships can act as anchors for old patterns. Friends who dwell on complaints or relatives who unintentionally feed fears keep repetition alive. Breaking the cycle may mean setting clear boundaries or limiting draining interactions. not out of anger, but out of awareness. The law of attraction reads this choice as an alignment of frequency. It's also crucial to work on deep-seated beliefs. Statements like money is dirty or love always hurts get stored in the subconscious and become self-fulfilling prophecies. A helpful practice is to write these phrases in a notebook and question them. Is this absolutely true? Books like The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown can help reprogram these core patterns. Humor remains a faithful ally. Laughing at your own habits, without sarcasm, loosens the grip of rigid patterns. Watching a comedy, recalling funny moments, or simply playing with friends signals to the body that life isn't a battlefield. This lightness makes room for a fresh vibration. Another tool is the daily micro-commitment. Instead of waiting for a dramatic breakthrough, choose small, consistent actions. Drink more water, take a 15-minute walk, send a resume, start an online course. Each intentional micro-step tells the subconscious that the new path is safe, strengthening manifestation from the inside out. Tests often appear when you try to break the cycle, invites to old habits or offers that seem appealing but carry the same old energy. Rather than seeing these as traps, treat them as confirmations. Saying no is a powerful act of manifestation, affirming your new frequency. Gratitude also helps break old loops. Thanking life not only for wins but for challenges rewires your relationship with change. It's like saying, I trust the process even when I don't see the full picture. This attitude eases anxiety and keeps your vibration aligned. When doubt creeps in, the as if I already were technique can help. Ask yourself, if I were already the person living this new reality, what would I do right now? This simple question taps into future wisdom and leads to choices that match your desired frequency. A direct exercise in manifestation. Another transformative practice is creating rites of passage. Write a farewell letter to the old cycle and burn it. Plant a tree to mark the new beginning, or take a short trip to symbolize the shift. These rituals communicate to the subconscious that a new story has begun. Support from groups or mentors also matters. Joining meditation circles, group therapy, or personal growth communities provides positive mirrors. It's easier to break patterns when you share space with people already living the vibration you want. The law of attraction multiplies this shared energy. Over time, repetition loses its power. Situations that once felt inevitable start to dissolve on their own. The body relaxes, the mind clears, and life takes on new colors. This is a clear sign that manifestation is taking root in new ground. Even after major breakthroughs, old memories may try to resurface. The secret is not to fight them. Recognize, breathe, and choose again. Each conscious repetition of the new choice lays another layer of pavement on the road to your future. Spirituality calls this vibrational coherence. As this process solidifies, something extraordinary happens. Reality itself begins to anticipate you. The right people show up, unexpected opportunities knock, and synchronicities confirm that the change is irreversible. This is manifestation operating in advanced mode, building invisible bridges to the life you've chosen. And at this point, when the old cycle is finally weakened, a new question emerges. If 95% of our thoughts and behaviors are still controlled by the subconscious, how can transformation reach even deeper layers? The next step reveals exactly that secret. Neuroscience provides a striking insight. About 95% of daily thoughts and behaviors are automatic, guided by the subconscious. In spirituality, this explains why so many manifestation efforts seem stuck. Only about 5% of the mind, the conscious part, is actually available to create deliberately. It's like trying to steer a massive ship with a tiny rudder. This hidden pilot is built from memories, beliefs, habits, and emotions that have been forming since childhood. Every phrase you heard, every striking experience, every quiet fear has accumulated over time. The law of attraction reads this entire set as the main program and shapes reality accordingly. So even if your conscious mind longs for prosperity, the subconscious may still run patterns of scarcity. Take finances as an example. A person might take courses, learn about investments, and repeat abundance affirmations, yet still spend compulsively. The issue isn't lack of knowledge, it's the unconscious programming that links money with insecurity or loss. Until that root is addressed, conscious manifestation can only scratch the surface. These programs also shape relationships. Someone who grew up around constant arguments might equate love with conflict. Even while desiring harmony, they unconsciously seek situations that recreate the environment they know. Spirituality teaches that this isn't about blame, it's about recognizing patterns. Manifestation changes when the emotional base is reprogrammed. Reprogramming doesn't mean erasing memories, it means creating new internal references. A good starting point is self-observation. Writing down recurring thoughts, spotting triggers, and noting beliefs that surface under stress reveals what the subconscious considers normal. That awareness is the first step toward a new frequency. Another powerful method is embodied affirmation. Instead of simply repeating phrases, you step into the feeling. For instance, while saying, "I am prosperous," breathe deeply, picture your achievements, and let gratitude fill your body. This immersion turns the phrase into a lived experience, helping the subconscious absorb it more effectively. Guided visualization is another valuable tool. 10-minute sessions where you imagine living your desired reality with all 5 senses create new neural pathways. The more vivid and emotional the practice, the faster the subconscious accepts it. Books like The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy provide helpful scripts. Sleep is also a strategic ally. The drowsy state between waking and dreaming, when the brain is in alpha and theta waves, makes it easier to store new information. Repeating gentle affirmations or listening to positive audio before bed plants new seeds in the subconscious. It's manifestation while you rest. The body itself plays an active role in programming. Sensory experiences like scents or sounds create strong associations. For example, light a lavender candle every time you practice gratitude. Over time, that simple aroma will call up a feeling of abundance, reinforcing the new frequency. Your surroundings and the people you interact with can strengthen or weaken the new program. Frequent conversations with chronic complainers feed old vibrations. Joining meditation or book groups, on the other hand, nurtures expansive beliefs. The law of attraction responds to the average frequency of your daily connections. It's equally important to reinterpret past experiences. Rather than denying old wounds, the process means acknowledging them and finding the lesson. Family constellations therapy, therapeutic writing, or compassionate dialogue can release deep blocks. Every healed memory frees space for broader manifestation. Body-centered practices like yoga, tai chi, and conscious breathing complement mental work. They help the nervous system welcome new ideas without setting off danger alarms. When the body knows it's safe, the subconscious is more open to change. This is vibrational coherence taking hold. Music and sound are powerful keys too. Frequencies such as 528 Hz or 963 Hz are linked with regeneration and expanded awareness. Listening to them regularly creates a soundtrack of reprogramming. Over time, the subconscious associates these sounds with feelings of fullness and possibility, strengthening manifestation. Humor shouldn't be underestimated. Laughing at old patterns, watching something funny, or recalling joyful moments relaxes inner barriers. Because the subconscious learns through repetition and emotion, moments of genuine joy plant seeds for new realities. Spirituality values laughter as a tool for vibrational healing. It's normal for resistance to show up during this process. The subconscious may whisper, "This is silly," or "It won't work." Instead of fighting, observe with curiosity. This awareness itself is a form of manifestation, signaling that change is already underway. With patience and consistency, the new programming starts to show outwardly. Opportunities arise naturally, inspiring people cross your path, and decisions feel more intuitive. This is proof that the law of attraction is receiving your updated instruction manual. Still, this isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. Every reading choice, every conversation, every conscious pause either feeds or weakens what the subconscious is learning. That's why caring about the quality of your daily input is just as important as meditation or affirmations. When 95% of the mind starts working in your favor, life moves at a different pace. What once demanded heavy effort begins to flow, like rowing with the current. The universe answers more quickly and precisely because your dominant frequency is in harmony with what you want. At this stage of reprogramming, a curious phenomenon often appears. Old patterns can resurface with surprising force, as if trying one last negotiation. Far from being failure, this is a sign you're about to cross a threshold. The next step is learning to recognize these signals of quantum change. When frequency truly shifts, life sends signs that are easy to misread. Instead of instant calm, old habits often come back strongly. Spirituality explains this isn't regression, but a test of consistency. The law of attraction checks whether the new vibration is stable, as if the universe is asking, "Are you sure you want this new direction?" One of these signs is the sudden return of situations you thought were over. Old fears, habits, or people might show up again. This isn't bad luck. It's your subconscious bringing up the last fragments of an old frequency. Manifestation calls you to notice these echoes, not fight them so they can finally dissolve. The body also plays a part. Unexpected fatigue, restless sleep, tight muscles, or even a mild fever may surface. It's as if each cell is adjusting to the new vibrational pattern. Instead of worrying, listen to your body. Gentle stretching, salt baths, or calming herbal teas help integrate the shift. Synchronicities become more obvious. Repeating numbers, chance meetings, or songs that carry meaningful messages appear often. Many people notice 1111 on clocks or license plates at key decision moments, as if the universe is blinking a quiet, "Keep going." Dreams may change too. Vivid images, encounters with people from the past, or powerful symbols signal that the subconscious is reorganizing. Keeping a dream journal is a practical way to follow this invisible dialogue. Often the answers your waking mind seeks will surface in these nighttime stories. Emotional sensitivity heightens as well. Sudden tears, spontaneous laughter, or unexpected memories are common. Don't be alarmed. These releases act like an energetic cleanse, clearing space for the new manifestation to settle in. The body understands it no longer has to carry the old weight. Relationships mirror this transition. People who no longer match your frequency may drift away, while aligned connections appear out of the blue. Though sometimes bittersweet, this movement is a sign of progress. The law of attraction reshapes your social network to match your dominant vibration. Shifts in tastes and interests often follow. Music, films, or habits that once felt essential may lose their appeal. Your subconscious is signaling that the old identity is fading. Exploring new books, activities, or cuisines reinforces openness to the fresh frequency. Financial patterns can shift too. You might face sudden expenses that feel like a trust test, or see bold opportunities that call for courageous investment. The key is to respond with balance, neither fear nor reckless excitement. This shows vibrational maturity and strengthens manifestation. You may even notice time itself feels different. Days can seem to stretch or race by. Hours might vanish or linger. Quantum physics suggests consciousness can influence how we perceive time. Practically, it's the universe syncing external events with your new inner rhythm. Intuition sharpens noticeably. Sudden insights, gut feelings, or creative ideas come more often. Writing these down helps as they frequently point toward your next steps. Trusting your intuition is trusting that manifestation is already unfolding, even if outward signs remain subtle. A hunger for self-knowledge grows stronger. Books on spirituality, meditation gatherings, and content that once felt distant now attract you. This curiosity is your soul's way of saying it's ready to expand. Following that pull feeds the new vibration and supports the process. You might also swing between bursts of excitement and the need for deep rest. This natural ebb and flow is your energy recalibrating so your body can sustain the higher frequency of manifestation. Sometimes even electronics seem to react. Lights flicker, phones freeze, clocks skip ahead or fall behind. While these may have ordinary explanations, many spiritual traditions see them as reflections of an energy field in flux. Whatever their cause, they invite mindful attention. Everyday coincidences, thinking of someone just before they message you, or running into exactly the person you need, become almost routine. These accidents are further proof that the universe is weaving your inner change into outer reality. Meaningful coincidences confirm that the outer world is in dialogue with your inner world. Spirituality calls this synchronic alignment. Changes in taste or bodily sensitivity can appear too. Heavy foods may start to feel uncomfortable, while the body asks for more fruit, water, or lighter meals. It's the body's way of saying it needs fuel that matches the new vibration. Listening to these preferences helps keep manifestation steady. Amid all this, periods of inner silence are common. Old ideas lose their pull, and a creative emptiness arises. Far from a lack of inspiration, this is an integration pause. The universe is arranging your new reality and needs space to work. Trusting this quiet is a sign of spiritual maturity. Even with these signals, the old mind may try to regain control, questioning or doubting. The invitation is to keep observing, breathing, and choosing the new frequency. Each time you respond with trust, you strengthen manifestation and weaken old patterns. When these signs accumulate, intense dreams, striking synchronicities, heightened emotions, changes in appetite and sense of time, you know you're moving through a true quantum change. And at this turning point comes the need for practical tools to sustain the new vibration without slipping back into urgency or old habits. Now that the signs of quantum change are present, it's time to anchor this vibration with simple, consistent practices. Both spirituality and the law of attraction agree on one thing: it doesn't need to be complicated. 5 seconds of real coherence count more than hours of mental effort. The key is choosing tools that regulate the body, calm the mind, and nourish manifestation from the inside out. The first tool is conscious breathing. Sit for 2 minutes, inhale to a count of 4, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. This sends a message to your nervous system that all is well, easing your heart, lowering anxiety, and raising your frequency instantly. It's a small investment of time with a quantum effect. Another powerful method is feeling in advance. Instead of just picturing a goal, close your eyes and evoke the emotion of already having it. If your dream is a new home, feel the texture of the walls, smell the coffee in the kitchen, hear the sounds of the street. This inner experience creates memories the subconscious treats as real, accelerating manifestation. Energetic journaling is equally effective. Record thoughts, insights, and daily gratitudes to organize ideas and track your frequency. Writing by hand strengthens the effect because the physical movement connects brain and heart. A creative variation is writing letters to your future self, describing the life you desire in rich detail. Music and sound can also serve as vibrational triggers. Listening to specific frequencies, such as 528 Hz, linked to healing, or 432 Hz, linked to harmony, sets an atmosphere that supports manifestation. For those who enjoy technology, apps with binaural sounds make this easy. Aim for at least 10 minutes, preferably with headphones. Guided visualization is another helpful ally. You can record your own voice describing the reality you want and listen before sleep, when the subconscious is most open. This technique turns visualization into a deep sensory experience, allowing the body to practice the future in a realistic way. Small daily rituals reinforce the new pattern. Light a candle during morning gratitude, use a special scent for meditation, or take a short walk outdoors each day. The law of attraction responds to these gentle repetitions, strengthening the desired frequency. The pause before reacting. Practice is simple but powerful. When you receive challenging news, breathe and wait a few seconds before responding. This space stops old impulses from taking over. Every conscious pause is a micro-victory that reinforces manifestation. Another useful tool is a proof journal. Keep a notebook to record coincidences, small miracles, and unexpected answers. Rereading these notes on tough days reminds you that the universe is at work. This tangible evidence sustains trust and reduces urgency, one of the biggest saboteurs of frequency. For those who like physical practices, Gentle yoga or Tai Chi are ideal. They combine movement, breathing, and meditation, aligning body and mind. Even 15 minutes a day can make a difference. What matters isn't complexity, but consistency. Manifestation flourishes when it meets a relaxed, available body. A light digital day is another strong support. Choose one day a week to cut back on notifications and avoid heavy news. This tech-free pause gives the subconscious a chance to integrate new information. It's like a vibrational reset, opening space for fresh ideas. Conscious eating reinforces everything. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and pure water keep the body light. Even a simple step, like starting the day with warm water and lemon, sends your body a message of renewal. A well-nourished body vibrates with greater coherence, making manifestation easier. Specific gratitude is another powerful practice. Instead of giving thanks in broad terms, focus on details. I'm grateful for the smile I received today, or I'm grateful for the smell of rain. This precision gives the subconscious concrete proof of abundance and strengthens the new frequency. Moving meditation helps those who find it hard to sit still. Walking while following your breath, washing dishes while feeling the water, or mindfully watering plants turns ordinary tasks into gateways for manifestation. The key is full presence in each act. Artistic tools are equally strong. Painting, writing poetry, playing an instrument, or even freehand doodling activates creative brain areas and releases stored emotions. Spirituality views art as a direct language with the universe. Every brushstroke or note is a declaration of vibrational freedom. Supportive communities multiply results. Joining meditation circles, spiritual book clubs, or consciousness expansion groups creates a shared field of high frequency. The law of attraction amplifies this collective energy, speeding up personal transformation. A helpful evening ritual is daily review. Before sleeping, mentally rewind the past 24 hours and gently replace any reaction you'd like to change. This trains the subconscious to create new responses and sets the stage for more coherent days. Singing affirmations can make the practice fun. Putting empowering phrases to a tune or rhythm helps the subconscious absorb them more easily, because it loves music and remembers joyful words faster. Equally important are pure moments of leisure with no spiritual goal. Reading a novel, cooking for pleasure, or simply gazing at the sky. These acts show trust that life is on your side. The universe reads such lightness as a sign of abundance. Used consistently and with enjoyment, all these tools lay a solid foundation for a stable quantum shift. Out of that stability grows the next step, living transformation as a lifestyle, with daily choices that keep you aligned even when there's no outside proof. Living the change isn't a single event. It's a way of life. Spirituality and the law of attraction both teach that true manifestation shows up in everyday micro-decisions. Every choice, however small, signals to the universe which frequency you sustain. It's the simple practice of observing, trusting, and acting in coherence even when nothing external seems to confirm it. Imagine someone who wants a career change. Instead of waiting for a dramatic sign, they reshape small habits, getting up early to study, updating their resume, talking with people in the field. Each move is a seed feeding the new vibration. Manifestation grows at the pace of these steady actions, not just in sudden leaps. Trust is the cement of this new reality. It means believing life is already responding, even when the scenery still looks the same. This active faith opens a wider field of possibilities. Reading a short affirmation on waking, like, "Everything works together for my good," keeps the mind aligned and prevents old patterns from taking back control. Another pillar is calm observation. When surprises occur, like a delay or an unexpected bill, choose to breathe and see the bigger picture. That simple choice stops your frequency from dropping. Manifestation strengthens when you decide to be larger than the momentary circumstance. The body plays a role at every step. Walking, stretching, hydrating, and eating well aren't just healthy habits. They're rituals that confirm your decision to live in high vibration. A short conscious movement routine each day reminds the subconscious that the new life is already real. Gratitude becomes spontaneous. It's no longer a planned exercise but a constant lens. A sunset, a kind message, a perfectly brewed coffee. Everything becomes a reason to celebrate. This natural gratitude keeps your frequency high and opens the door to more synchronicities. Over time, relationships realign. People who share your vision appear almost magically, while older connections that no longer resonate gently drift away. Rather than seeing this as loss, recognize it as the natural reorganization of your energy field. Another aspect of living the change is the courage to say no. Turning down invitations that don't fit your new phase, even when tempting, is a powerful affirmation. Each conscious no is a deeper yes to the manifestation you truly want to sustain. Intuition becomes a constant companion. Insights arrive in unexpected moments while showering, driving, or walking. Trusting these insights are meant to be noted and acted on when you feel clarity. That's part of the new rhythm. The universe responds more quickly when it sees that you're paying attention to its cues. Leisure now feels like a vibrational investment. Simple activities, cooking with friends, playing music, or walking in nature, nourish the joy that keeps your frequency steady. Rest stops being a source of guilt and becomes a key tool for manifestation. Challenges don't disappear, but they gain new meaning. Instead of barriers, they become invitations to grow. A tough conversation becomes a chance to practice patience. A financial setback becomes an opportunity to learn new skills. This perspective turns every obstacle into an ally. Everyday language grows more mindful. Words of scarcity or complaint fade, replaced by expressions that expand. I'm learning. There are other possibilities. This will make me stronger. This subtle shift supports the frequency you want to sustain. Your home, as an extension of the mind, reflects your new life. Keeping spaces clean, decorated with meaningful objects, and filled with light reinforces the message that you already live your desired reality. Manifestation shows up in these daily details. Time itself seems to work in your favor. What once dragged now unfolds naturally. Paperwork gets processed faster. Meetings happen without struggle. This smooth timing is the quantum field responding to your inner coherence. Spiritual practices like meditation or prayer become spontaneous. There's no longer a sense of duty. They arise as a natural need for connection. This living relationship with the sacred feeds the law of attraction and keeps manifestation alive. Even your sleep takes on new depth. Nights are more restful, dreams clearer and more restorative. During those silent hours, your subconscious consolidates the choices made while awake, reinforcing the new programming. A stronger sense of purpose emerges. Every task, from work to caring for your home, gains meaning. Life stops feeling like a string of obligations and becomes a journey of authentic expression. This awareness is the signature of an integrated change. Humor stays a loyal ally. Laughing at yourself, sharing light moments, and not taking everything so seriously keeps your frequency open. Laughter is a reminder that manifestation is a creative game, not a tense race. Finally, a calm, contagious serenity settles in. Even in uncertainty, there's steady trust that the universe is working in your favor. This peace signals that change is no longer a project. It has become your identity. From here, the next step is to invite readers and listeners to apply this knowledge, closing the journey with an inspiring call to action. Now it's up to you. After everything we've explored, effort versus frequency, vibrational repetition, the nervous system, the quantum mirror, and sustained change, will you stay caught in the same cycles, or will you choose to live the transformation already within reach? Only you can decide whether the shift begins today or gets postponed again. What would happen if, instead of reacting on autopilot, you tried just one of the simple practices shared here? Conscious breathing, small daily decisions, specific gratitude. Which one can you put into action right now to signal to the universe that you're ready for something bigger? Your manifestation doesn't depend on time. It depends on coherent action in the present. If this message resonated with you, strengthened your faith, or brought fresh clarity, don't let this energy fade. Subscribe to the channel, Turn on notifications and like this video to keep receiving insights that will keep your frequency at its highest level. And take a moment to comment. Which cycle are you choosing to break starting today? Your answer might inspire someone else to embrace their own vibrational freedom.